Hey, Ethan. Since you're the rookie, I think you should be in charge of booking the spot for this year's Christmas party. It'll be a good way to prove to everyone how reliable you are. Sorry, sir. Did you say this year's Christmas party? It's almost the middle of December. You want me to book a place now? Are you playing dumb with me? Of course I mean this year's Christmas party. What did you think I was referring to? And in case you thought I was asking you to do it, I'm not. I'm telling you to. I'm sorry, but nobody told me I was the organizer this year. This is the first time hearing about it. What's that got to do with anything? I'm telling you right now that you're the organizer for this year, so do it. I'm pretty sure I heard people telling you back in October or early November that you were in charge of doing that this year. Everyone is assuming you've already got everything booked and ready to go. And you were the other person chosen. It's a big party. That's why 2 people were tasked with planning it. 2 people? Are you sure about that? Now that I think about it, I think there was an email sent out saying you were doing it. I would have remembered if my name was mentioned as well. I might still have that email in my inbox. I can look for it if you want. It doesn't matter what was said in any email. I delegated the task to you. Are you saying I forgot to tell you that? I'm pretty sure I'd remember you telling me if you had. This is the first I'm hearing of it. I'm sure I gave you the memo or sent you an email about it. I don't think so. Can you find that email and tell me when you sent it? I'll try to pull it up. I usually don't delete internal emails. I'm not going to waste my time checking my sent history for that email. That's a waste of my time and I've got better things to do. This just goes to show me that your memory is lacking. Now stop trying to make excuses. I don't want to hear them. If you haven't booked a place yet, make sure you get it done. And it's got to hold at least 50 people. 50 people? That's quite a lot on short notice, don't you think? That's how many people said they were coming. It's not that many if you think about it. Imagine if we allowed family to come along too. This isn't a tiny company here. I don't know why that number surprises you. It's just that. I don't know if I can find a place big enough for 50 people this close to Christmas. Well, you'd better make sure you do. If you can't, you're going to be the one who has to tell everyone you blew it and that there's no Christmas party this year. And don't ask me for any ideas as to where to have the party, because I have no idea. But don't worry, I'll still be the MC the night of the party, so you can leave that part up to me. Your job is to get the place booked and make sure the venue either serves food or that we can get it catered. And make sure you don't go over budget either. You're not leaving me much time. Are you saying you can't do it? It's just that. This close to Christmas, I think all the places around here are going to be booked up. I bet caterers are going to be too busy to take new jobs now too. I know it'll be tough, but I believe in you. Oh, by the way, it can't be after Christmas either. The party has to be next Friday night. What? That leaves me absolutely no time and limits my options even more. Andre is breathing down my neck to get this done for him. He was hoping the venue and time would have been chosen already because he wants to let everyone know where and when it'll be. People have families. They need to know these things. You can't just spring the company party on them. I agree you can't just spring this on someone at the last minute. That's not what I meant. Stop complaining and get it done. Okay, I'll try. But I'm not guaranteeing anything. I might need to get some help on this one. Don't look at me. Huh? I'm not gonna help you out with this. It's your task now, which means it's your problem. If you can't find a place to hold this party, the blame's gonna fall solely on your shoulders. If you screw this up, you might as well quit, because everyone's gonna hate you for it. That's all I have to say on the matter. That's a little harsh, don't you think? Anyway, I'll do what I can. I haven't given up yet. I'll let you know what I find out. Hello, Ethan. I'm Andre Gomez. I hear you're in charge of the Christmas party this year. Lucien told me so himself. Have you found a place yet? Lucien said he's just the MC and that you're the one doing all the booking. Good evening, Mr. Gomez. I didn't know you had my number. Apparently, I am in charge of booking the venue, but I haven't found a place to hold it yet. You haven't found one yet. But this party is already scheduled for next Friday night. That's also what I've been told. I'm terribly sorry. I'll find something. I haven't given up yet. I was hoping to give everyone the full details of the party by tomorrow. Everyone's talking about how strange it is to have a date set already, but nobody knows the place or start time. If you don't have a place booked yet, why did Lucien give me a date already? I don't know, sir. That's strange. But anyway, that actually works out pretty well. What do you mean, sir? I've got a place I'd like to suggest. I thought it might be in bad taste if I was the one who suggested this place to hold my company's Christmas party. But I figure if you still haven't found a spot to hold it at this point in time, I'll let you in on a little secret I've been keeping. Really? If you know a place, that'd be great. Everything around here that I know of is booked solid. I don't know what to say right now. I never thought anyone would help me out with this. Thank you. I'd like to show you the place I have in mind. If you're up for it, I can take you there for a drink tonight. My treat. If tonight doesn't work for you, how about tomorrow night? What do you say? Are you up for a drink? A drink with you? Of course. I'd be honored. If you send me the name and address of the place, I can head over there right now. I've got nothing going on tonight. What time is best for you? Just hold on. I'll send you the address. What the heck kind of place is that? Huh? What do you mean? The place you booked for the Christmas party. They sent out the location of the Christmas party to everyone. Did you not get that email either? I've never even heard of that place before, so I figured I'd go check it out. What a filthy, rat-infested hellhole. It's in an area of town I don't think anyone even goes to, and the place is tiny. I didn't even waste my time going inside to look. The building is old and run down. It's actually a pretty nice place, though. It doesn't look like much on the outside since the building is old, but the entire inside has been redone. It's beautiful and clean. Everything on the inside is brand new. I doubt that very much. And that place looks tiny. Can it even hold 50 people? Just barely. I think it has 55 or 60 seats. But we've reserved the entire place. It serves food and alcohol. It should be great. It's got everything we need. And the food is really good there. It's all homemade. And the inside is nice and open, so it'll be great for toasts and speeches. I think you'll have an easy time being the MC there. You can even hook a mic into their speaker system if you want to, though I don't think it'll be necessary. So, the only place you could find was that filthy one in the butt end of town, huh? If this is how you handle tasks assigned to you, I can tell that you won't be here for very long. Huh? What do you mean? What's the problem with that place? It's nice. You phoned this one in, didn't you, Ethan? Just admit it. You did the absolute bare minimum and you expect me to applaud you for it. You really aren't very useful at all, are you? You need to get better at the tasks I assign you. I think I've been going too easy on you up till now. If you're not going to be a dependable member of my team, maybe I don't need you on my team at all. Do you really think it's that bad? You said you didn't even go in. And as far as my results are concerned with my work, I'm number one in our department. Why are you telling me I'm not useful or reliable with tasks you assign me? Is being number one not good enough? This isn't very motivating. If this is how you talk about my results, what do you say to the other people in our department? Do you have something against me personally? You think I have time to pick on you personally? You think I'm doing this out of spite? I'm starting to think so, seeing as you're bringing up my stats when they clearly have nothing to do with this, and when I'm performing the best in the department. I'm just calling it as I see it. You dropped the ball here, and being number one doesn't give you a free pass to drop the ball on other important tasks. Don't get mad at me just because you couldn't find a decent place. If you can't take a little criticism, maybe you shouldn't be working here. That place you chose is a dump. If you can't see that, maybe you really are hopeless. I don't think you should be judging it based on the outside alone. That's insulting to me and to the owner. I don't care about your feelings about that dump, and I especially don't care about the owner's feelings. They're probably a crackhead anyway. I can see I'm wasting my time talking to you about this. Just find a better place. I'm afraid that's impossible. We'll be sticking with this place for this year's Christmas party. I really think you should go in and see it for yourself before judging it. If you don't want to do that, you'll be MCing that night, so you'll see what I mean then. Just trust me on this. You won't regret it, I promise. Sir, I have to get things ready for tonight's Christmas party, so I'm heading over there now. I couldn't find you in the office to tell you I was leaving, that's why I'm texting you. Oh, did I forget to tell you? You're gonna have to cancel the reservation you made. Huh? I must have forgotten to give you that memo too. Sir, what do you mean you want me to cancel it? The party starts in a couple hours. What part of cancel don't you understand? Are you telling me you don't understand English anymore? I want you to cancel the reservation you made. That means tell them you're cancelling. You booked for 50 people, and none of them are coming. So cancel it. This is some kind of joke, right? You know I can't cancel a reservation for 50 people just a couple hours beforehand. I found a better place to have the party. It's really big, too. It'll hold way more than 50 people. That way people can sit with whoever and wherever they want. And because I found the place, we're gonna be having the party there. I've already booked it, and I've just sent out the address change to everyone via email. I must have forgotten to add you to the mailing list, though. What are you talking about? You've changed the location of tonight's party. Does Mr. Gomez know you did this? Of course he does. Well, I mean, I sent him the email just like everyone else, but I haven't heard back from him yet. He's gonna be happy. He wouldn't want to step foot in a filthy, run-down place like the one you chose. If Andre thought I had booked a crappy place like that for this party, I'd never be promoted again. I doubt you were ever going to get promoted again anyway. What did you just say to me? Do you enjoy bad-mouthing places you've never even been to or something? Or do you get off on screwing over other people by doing things like this to them? Does it make you think you're better than them or something? Do you have any idea who you're talking to right now? You better watch your mouth. I found us a good place, and I'm taking credit for it. I'm gonna be the one who saves this year's Christmas party. I think you enjoy trying to make other people look bad, whether it's their work or something like this. You've never even stepped foot in the place I booked or tried their food. Well, let me tell you, screwing over your subordinates like this doesn't make you a good manager. In fact, it just proves you're a terrible manager and a bad person. Ha! You're acting just like my little kid right now. You're throwing a temper tantrum because we're not going to the restaurant you wanted to go to. That's why you're getting mad at me, isn't it? Grow up. Stop acting like a baby. Ha! No matter how much you cry or pout, it's not changing anything. The Christmas party is being held at the new place. The place I chose. I've already notified everyone, including the higher-ups. There's no changing it now. I don't want to hear another word about this from you. Got it? Is that so? So get on the phone with that place you booked and tell them you're cancelling. Have fun telling them you're cancelling a reservation for 50 people. You might not mind drinking and eating in a place like that, but us managers and executives wouldn't be caught dead in a place like that. The managers and executives wouldn't be caught dead in a place like that, huh? That's funny, because the place I booked is owned by Mr. Gomez. You know, the owner of this company. What? I guess that's not exactly true. His wife runs the place. It's hers. Do you really want me to call her and cancel it? What should I say is the reason? Should I tell her what you told me earlier? That you, Mr. Lucian Carter of her husband's company, thinks her restaurant is a filthy, rat-infested hellhole? Or should I just tell her that you wouldn't be caught dead in a place like that? Which one? What the heck are you talking about? Just hold on a second here. You're not serious, are you? It looks like you don't know anything, do you? Mr. Gomez took me there himself. He told me he always wanted to open up a little bar of his own to make some extra money and to manage when he retires from here. And his wife loves cooking, and she's always wanted her own little restaurant. So they decided to put the two ideas together and open up a little bar and grill. That way his wife gets to do what she loves, and he gets to have a little place to help run when he retires. They just opened that location at the beginning of summer. Since Mr. Gomez is busy running our company, his wife handles almost everything over there now. But when he retires from here, it's going to be 50-50. It's an older building, so they got it for cheap. They figured if it didn't go well, they wouldn't be out much. And if it did well, they'd spend the extra money to fix up the outside. How could that be? How come I haven't heard anything about this before? You're joking, aren't you? Do you really think I'd joke about something like this and make up lies about our boss? It's 100% true. Ask Mr. Gomez yourself if you don't believe me. In fact, He was the one who suggested we have the Christmas party there. What? He suggested we have it there. He did. You were dragging your feet not getting anything done as far as the Christmas party was concerned. So he figured it would be great to have the party there. It made sense for both businesses. This can't be. Oh, and don't think for a second that nobody knows you completely forgot to book a place until the last minute. Everyone knows it was your job to do it, and you only assigned it to me because you forgot. You knew it was too close to Christmas to get a reservation, so you pinned the job on me thinking that no one would blame you if I failed. Isn't that right? No, not at all. Everyone knows. We're not stupid. You didn't want to take the blame for it, so you assigned it to me. You figured if I managed to pull it off, you could take credit for it. But if I screwed it up, you could pin it all on me. And to think, you're always on our case about making sure we own up to our mistakes and how we should never make excuses. Do as I say, not as I do. That should be your motto. Are you not ashamed of yourself? What are you talking about? This is all in your head. It's not like that at all. Well, I think I'm right, and it doesn't really matter one way or the other now. Because that's what Andre thinks now, too. What? Andre? You mean Mr. Gomez? How would you know what he thinks? You're not even in the office right now. No, but I have his cell number, and I've been texting him about this. I told him everything you've been saying to me. He liked the part where you said if he thought you had booked a crappy place like that, you'd never get promoted again. When I told him that, he laughed and said, even if you had booked a nice place for the party, he was never planning on promoting you ever again anyway. He had his doubts about you, but even he didn't think you'd be stupid enough to double book his Christmas party and try to cancel the reservation at his wife's bar and grill. But he checked his email and verified that you sent out the new address for the party to everyone. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to take that back now, will you? He's already seen it. Andre's not too happy with you. Wait, I can take it back. I'll just send out another email saying that one was a mistake. No harm, no foul. Wait, but if I do that, what am I supposed to do about the place I booked for tonight? What do you mean? I booked a new place because I thought the one you booked was a dirty little place in the middle of nowhere. I didn't know it was run by Mr. Gomez's wife. And the place I booked charged extra for the short notice. They had to cancel reservations they had with smaller parties tonight in order to fit us in. This place alone put us over budget. Well, if that was the case, maybe you should have sat down and discussed this with me. I told you the place I booked was nice. You just wanted to take credit for saving the company Christmas party, didn't you? And I think you wanted to screw me over in the process. That's why you went ahead and booked a new place before cancelling the one that I had already booked. You knew no business in their right mind would let you reserve their entire establishment for the night without having a cancellation policy. You waited until the very last minute to tell me, because you wanted me to get screwed with the last-minute cancellation charges, didn't you? I wasn't thinking anything like that. No. Well, I don't believe you. I'm surprised you didn't try to cancel the place I booked yourself. It's my name they've got, so when they built the company, it'd come back on me. That is, it would have, if it wasn't Andre's place I had booked, and if he hadn't been the one who told me to book it there in the first place. Now you're just making things up. I wasn't trying to sabotage you. You can't prove any of that. And it doesn't matter now anyway, because one of these places has got to be cancelled. So our company is going to get billed twice no matter what. And which one do you think we should cancel? You backed yourself into a corner here, didn't you? If you cancel at Andre's wife's restaurant, he's going to know it was you who cost his wife an entire night's income. Or you can cancel the one you booked and bill the company for 2 Christmas parties. But Andre is going to know about it and he's going to hold you accountable. Or you can cancel the one you booked and foot the entire cancellation cost yourself and maybe keep your job in the process. Which option are you going to choose? But the place I booked, if I cancel now, they're still going to charge me the full amount. For 50 people. Of course, because they've probably been turning away customers and telling everyone they're fully booked for tonight. What should I do? I can't pay all that myself. For 50 people! Well, who else is going to pay it? You can't charge the company, or Andre is going to be furious. Well, how much is left in the budget? Did the place you book use up the whole budget? It couldn't have. I can use whatever is left in the budget to help pay this cancellation cost. That way I won't have to eat the entire amount myself. That doesn't matter. Andre is going to know exactly how much his wife made. He's gonna wonder why the entire budget was used on the Christmas party if his wife only got a certain amount of it. If you took the rest of the money from the budget and paid the rest yourself, I think you'd get caught. Similarly, if you could charge the whole thing to the company, I'm pretty sure Andre would pay it for you, seeing as it was his employee's mistake. But then I think he'd immediately fire you for it. I don't know what to do, but I'll think of something. As for now, I'm gonna have everyone head over to the place you booked. I'm gonna notify everyone and tell them my previous email was a mistake. Don't tell Mr. Gomez anything he doesn't need to know. It's too late for that. I already told him. I thought I told you that. Oh, yeah. He knows everything. I've been keeping him up to date on this whole fiasco. He knows what's going on, and he thinks you're a total idiot. He said so himself. He thinks I'm an idiot. Why? First, for forgetting to book the party in the first place. And second, for trying to pin it on someone else. And third, for screwing up again and double booking. He said he's not surprised. He told me he has suspected you of doing things like that at work before. And when he asked me what I really thought of you, I told him I thought you were an idiot too. You said that to him. Come on, I'm begging you. You got to help me. Get me out of this somehow. Let's come up with an excuse. If you can help me get out of this, I'll give you a raise. Wait a minute. What's going on here? There's an email in my inbox saying that the email I sent earlier was a mistake, and the party is at the original address as stated before. But I didn't send this correction email. Hold on, it's from Mr. Gomez. It says it was sent from his cell phone. Yeah, he sent out the correction email so people would go to the right place. Oh my god. Ethan, we've got to come up with an excuse to get me out of this. It's far too late for that. How do you figure that? Don't worry about it. This screw-up of yours isn't gonna be what gets you fired. The straw that broke the camel's back, maybe, but not the whole reason. Andre said he's been thinking about letting you go for a while now. Lucien, it's me. I think you should pay the cancellation fee at that other place yourself, and get your butt over here ASAP and MC like you're supposed to. Learn from your mistakes and make sure you never do anything this stupid ever again. Otherwise, you're gonna be fired. And I'd hate to do that to you during the holiday season. Who do you think you are talking down to me like that? I've had enough of your attitude. And who are you to threaten my job? Maybe I'll have you fired instead. Oh, those last 3 messages weren't from me. They were from Andre. He used my phone. He's here with me now helping me set up. Have fun emceeing tonight. We're looking forward to it. Don't screw that up too. After that, Lucien cancelled the reservation he had made himself at the other venue. He had to pay the cancellation fee himself, which was the entire cost for 50 people for the evening. Because of everything that happened, Lucien was too nervous to be the MC that night, and he backed out of doing it, which made Andre even more upset with him. He asked me to take Lucien's place as MC, and the evening was a great success. In fact, Andre was so impressed with how well I did that he started keeping a special eye on me at work too. He saw how well I was performing, and he knew I was reliable with other tasks as well. So, after the holidays, Andre messaged me again. He didn't go into details, but he told me that a management position was going to be opening up in the near future, and he said he thinks I'd be the perfect fit for that position. Though Andre didn't mention exactly which position was opening up, I think we all know exactly what he meant.
Hey, Mark and I got back from the hospital not too long ago. We got takeout for a late lunch if you haven't eaten already. Did you go out? I'll just leave the food in the fridge if you're out somewhere. I'm here at the slots. I've got a feeling I'm gonna win big today. I can feel it in my bones. Again? I told you to cut back a little since we need to pay for Mark's medical expenses. We had the doctor examine him. He felt a bit feverish. The doctor ran some more tests today. Turns out it's not just a usual fever. We finally know why his health's been on the decline for the past few months. I'll only be here for a few hours. Oh, that doesn't seem like any fun. Sounds very expensive, too. I'm worried. It looks like his condition is getting worse. The doctor said he probably doesn't have much time left. He told us to gather the family and inform everyone to prepare for the worst.
Oh my. Is that really what he said?
We knew this day would come eventually, but it's still so difficult. Are you doing okay? Let me know if you need anything.
Heck yeah! This just made my day. I really hit the jackpot. Oh, I just knew today would be my lucky day.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You said it won't be long. I can finally get rid of that pest. Woohoo!
Don't you feel sad at all? This is your husband we're talking about.
If I were down in the dumps, I wouldn't still be here celebrating at the slots.
Oh. Don't you want to come home yet? So, don't you even care about his well-being at all? You don't want to come home and check on him? I'm sure he'd appreciate it if you came and showed that you cared a little. I can pick you up if you want.
Bah, he'll still be there when I get back. Let me have my fun. Taking care of that old fart is just a chore. He's so stinky, and it's so frickin' tiring. I need a break.
You don't even... Never mind. I guess it doesn't really matter since I'm the one taking care of him. If we left him to you, he'd get all bruised up, just like a banana. And you're too harsh with your words. Poor Mark. His suffering would never end.
What are you trying to say, huh? Want to say it straight to my face?
We can't entrust his care to you. You have no empathy and you won't take care of him properly. Does it make you feel good, knowing that he can't even lift a finger to fight back against you? Is that why you do whatever you want to him? I know you would neglect him. Do you think we would even want to leave him with you?
What? Are you trying to lecture me now? Don't make me laugh. You think you're better than me just because you watch over that big baby? You are way in over your head. I only leave it to you because it's the kind of chore a piece of trash like you should do. I shouldn't bother.
You would think that spouses would support each other until the very end. And yet here you are, gambling day in and day out. I feel bad for Mark.
I'm the one you should feel sorry for. I wanted him to work more and make even more money. And now look at him. To think he spends most of his time sick in bed. He's done nothing lately to bring home any money for me. Ugh, it's too soon. We barely have any savings.
Even if he did work his butt off, what would even be the point? Where does all the money go? To the medical bills? To the house? No. You take our money and go to the slots and horse races every single day. Any money he'd make would be gone the next day. Poof! You even leech off of Mark's 401k, don't you?
It must be nice to be a wrinkly old prune. All that free money. Butt out. I'll spend my money on whatever I want.
Will you ever stop going to the slots? You've had this problem for years and years. If you only just quit, we'd be a lot better off.
Hey, no one asked for your opinion. Do you ever shut your damn mouth? Do you think you're my mom or something?
Of course not. I'm your daughter-in-law.
Then stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. I'm your mother-in-law. Show some damn respect, you brat.
I'm only saying this because I'm thinking about Mark. He's at the end of his life. Can't you be a bit more caring? He's too meek to say anything, but I know he's deeply hurt by how you've been treating him.
Ain't nothing going on in that potato brain of his. You would think he's mute. He doesn't say anything when I talk to him. Looks like he's already catatonic. He doesn't do anything except lay there all day. It'd be a waste to spend money on him when he's gonna die soon anyways.
Isn't it a waste to go to the slots? You barely win anything. You just keep losing more and more money.
What did I say about butting in, huh? I'll live my life how I want to. I don't have to listen to your whiny bullcrap. You say you're thinking about Mark and stuff, but you're just looking for some extra cash once he's kicked the bucket, aren't ya?
You're wrong.
Am I?
Acting like a goody two-shoes. What a hussy you turned out to be. To think, my son married a gold digger. Stop trying to turn this around on me. Alice, we all know you only stuck around for the cash, not for this family. You want Mark's money for yourself. You don't even love him at all, do you? Do you only see him as a cash cow? For Mark's sake, why don't you just leave him alone? He doesn't deserve any of this. Shut up! You've crossed the line now. Pack your bags and get the hell out of my house. You're not getting even a penny from that old coot. Alice, where are you? Are you here yet? I'm pretty sure I told you that the memorial service is at 12:30. We'll be starting soon. Please come quickly. We're just waiting on you. I just got back to the house. What do you want? Feel free to get started without me. Why are you at the house? Did you forget something? Be quick. Nah, I'm changing out of these stuffy clothes. Oh, I just hate wearing these tights. I was bored out of my mind, so I'm heading to the slots. Time to celebrate! As you can see, something came up, so I can't make it to the funeral anymore. See ya! Are you serious? Today is Mark's funeral, and you'd rather go to the slots? I can't believe this. I thought that for once you'd skip out on going. I'm sure I won't miss much. You'll be fine without little old me, right? Derek can just be the family rep. He's such a good son. I'm sure he's got it all handled. That's not the issue here. Isn't it improper for a wife not to be at her husband's funeral? Please come quickly. I can swing by and pick you up so it's faster. No, don't waste your time. I found something more interesting than some boring funeral. What do you mean you found something more interesting? What could be a better use of your time than attending the funeral service? Mark's last will and testament. His will? Where was it? In a desk drawer in his study. So uncreative. It took me less than a minute to find it. Why did you go in there? No one's been in there since Mark passed away. We haven't even cleaned it up yet. Are you rummaging around for cash because you don't have any money left? You're that desperate to go through his things? Don't tell me you lost it all at the slots yesterday. I told you we're tight on money right now. We still have Mark's hospital bills, the funeral costs. How could you? Nah, who cares about that? I'm set for life. Woohoo! I think you should be more worried about what's written in the will. There's something very delightful written here. Well, it's good news for me and bad news for you. You should have waited until the whole family was there before you started reading it. Why? What does it say? Here's what it says.
You don't have to deal with that damned woman anymore.
Isn't this great? Damned woman? I don't get it. Why is that written in there? It's talking about you, of course. Me? No, it can't be. And just like it says right here, I'm gonna kick you out. Good riddance. Oh, I'm so happy to finally get rid of such an insolent brat. All you do is nag my poor ears off. I can kick back and relax. Finally, I can get some peace and quiet. Kick me out? Are you sure you're reading it correctly? But I'm married to your son. He wouldn't do that to us. And I can't just leave all by myself without him. I can read just fine. Then you and Derek can leave together. How sweet. Either way, once you're gone, I'll have this place all to myself. You two noisy brats can see yourselves out. Please, wait a moment. Is that really Mark's dying wish? I don't believe it. Hey, are you doubting me? After all we did to support him when he needed us the most? Was it really his wish to drive us out of the house? You'd be all alone there. Still in denial. That's really what's written here. And this is for sure his handwriting. I would know, since he's my husband. You poor thing. You worked so hard to take care of that geezer, and this is the thanks you get. After that boring funeral's over, get all your crap here, then get the hell out. No, wait. Something's off here. Mark would never... I know he wouldn't do this to us. If you don't want to leave, I'll kick you out myself. Since I'm here now, I can help out a bit. I'll toss out all of your crap to the yard so it'll be ready to go for ya. No, I won't believe it until I see his will for myself. I believe in Mark. He would never do something like this. I wouldn't hold my breath if I were you. You think you're someone important? My husband never bothered thinking of you. You thought you could get your grubby little hands on his money just by acting all buddy-buddy with him. But things didn't go as planned, huh? How pitiful, you gold-digging leech. Who are you calling a leech? Aren't you the one that's after the money? The ones that were close to Mark were only me and Derek. You were never around to support him. You spent more time at the slots than with your own husband. But at the end of the day, don't you know that ultimately the most important person to him is his beloved wife? I will admit, he's been a pretty useless husband up until now. But now that he's dead, he's finally being useful for a change. I knew I didn't marry him for nothing. Ah, you poor thing. You tried so hard only to get tossed out like garbage. Is that boring service done with already? I've got your bags all lined up and ready to go. Hurry up and pick up your crap. It's an eyesore out here. Go on. Leave, you damned woman. It's what my husband wanted. And don't you dare even think about coming back. Sorry to rain on your parade, but I've got some bad news for you. But I'm not the one he's talking about. What are you talking about? You've got the wrong idea. In fact, the damned woman he's talking about in here is you, not me. You are the one he wants to kick out. Huh? I told you I can read perfectly fine. What kind of nonsense are you spouting this time? You're the damned woman. From Mark's perspective, shouldn't it be you? I can't think of anyone else it could possibly be, given how badly you've treated him. It can't possibly be me, since we were so close and he was so kind to me. Moreover, the will that you have now isn't even the official one. What the hell are you saying? I don't know what kind of crap you're spouting, but this document is the real deal. Go ahead, take a closer look. There isn't even an official seal or signature at the bottom, is there? No, there isn't, but I'm sure it's here somewhere. Let me check. It's probably just a letter addressed to us. Looks like someone jumped the gun a bit there. A lawyer handed us the legal and effective version of the will just a moment ago. It's signed, sealed, and everything. A lawyer gave you what? And what kind of will would have words like damned woman in it anyways? Expressions like that aren't even allowed in official documents like this. Although I do have some good news for you. Your name is written in here. Why the hell wouldn't it be? It probably says I'm the one inheriting all of his assets, doesn't it? I hate to break it to you, but no, you're not. It says that all of his assets will be inherited by Derek. In other words, my beloved husband. What? Why? I'm his spouse. At the very least, half of his assets should go to me. Nope, you're mistaken. Well then, why the hell is my name written in there? The part in here that talks about you is about your removal as the beneficiary. You lying wench. That can't be. There's a request written in his will to remove you as the beneficiary. Once you're removed, you won't be able to inherit any of Mark's assets. Why the hell can't I, huh? As his wife, isn't it my natural right? The one exception to that is if the beneficiary is deemed unfit to inherit any property or assets, and then will be stripped of their rights. Stripped of their rights? What kind of bullcrap system is this? Who the hell made up these rules? If the beneficiary committed a serious offense or shows negligence, one of the qualifications here is if there were cases of considerable misconduct where the beneficiary was reckless with their assets. You seem to fit the bill perfectly. You're not taking anything away from me, you psychotic bitch. Over my dead body. I won't let you pull this crap on me. With the lawyer carrying out the will, we'll be taking this to family court from now on. See you there, I suppose. And since we also have evidence of your cruel treatment toward Mark, I think our claim has an even higher chance of being accepted. What do you think? Evidence? What are you talking about? What evidence? Mark really covered all of his bases. He secretly hid a camera and mic in his room. How sneaky. I saw it all. You picked on him every day, didn't you? You belittled him with your words, beat him, kicked him. God knows what else happened off the record. I lost my right as beneficiary because of those insignificant little things. That was child's play. Nothing more than some light teasing. Stop trying to minimize it. It wasn't insignificant. It had a serious impact on his well-being. He was all bruised up. He even suffered from depression, all because of you. We even have a medical certificate to validate everything. The only thing I had to look forward to in life was to get his damn assets. Ugh, what the hell am I supposed to do now? If that's the case, you should have treated him better. It must be karma. When Derek inherits Mark's assets, even the house will be under his name. Sorry, but it looks like you're going to have to leave. You plan to drive me out? Me, a poor old widow? The two of you are heartless monsters. How could you do this to me? I mean, it does say here in the will, you don't have to deal with your mother-in-law anymore. I'm just going along with what's written here. As expected from Mark, he has always been there for us, just like we had been for him. Even in his final moments, he's still looking out for me and Derek. Oh, and what did Derek say, huh? He wouldn't dare toss me out like that. I'm his mother. Isn't it up to him to decide what to do, and not you? You know, since he is the beneficiary now. Who do you think you are? As a matter of fact, he's thinking of kicking you out too. Mark and Derek shared the same sentiments, so there's no problem at all. They both agreed that your addiction was spiraling out of control. You needed to be stopped somehow. The audacity of that insolent boy. What about me then? What if I have a problem? Too bad. We don't have any problems over here. Even if we wanted to help you, we can't do anything about you leaving. I won't allow this to happen. I'm gonna reduce that frickin' will to ashes. Ashes! And when I do, you're gonna regret you ever tried kicking me to the curb. Hand it over, you punk. That's probably not a good idea. You'll get arrested if you do something like that. Well, I mean, I guess it would be a lot quieter around here if they threw you in prison. I'm heading back to the funeral home right now. You'd better be waiting outside when I get there, or else. This is a load of bullcrap. Open these damned doors right now. Why the hell can't I get inside? I'm the wife. How improper. Why do I have to be chased out of there? All of the family members present here don't want you to come inside. Since you're the type of person to skip out on a funeral to go to the slots, we figured you'd be fine out there. I came back right away, didn't I? The only people that can say their last farewells to Mark are the ones that were closest to him. Just stay outside, Alice. Which conniving little rat is the lawyer? I've got some business with him. Let me speak to him. What are you hoping to achieve? No matter what you say, nothing will change. I won't be satisfied until I give that puny lawyer a piece of my mind. My head's about to explode because of this bullcrap will. Let me at him. The lawyer said he's an acquaintance of Mark's. He's pretty angry at you, knowing what you've done to him. You probably shouldn't get into a fight with him. Or anybody. But especially a frickin' lawyer. It's so scary. I wouldn't want to make him angry if I were you. especially since he knows the law like the back of his hand. He could probably lock you up forever. I don't have even a cent on me. Not even a single coin. That's my only issue here. I swear. My checkings, my savings, they're both all dried up. That's because all you do is go to the slots or the horse races. There's no mystery as to why you literally have nothing left. I don't think I can keep on living if you kick me out like this. Please, don't cut me off like this. That's all I ask. Okay, I get it. But what Mark wanted was probably your complete and utter destruction. You really had this coming for you, huh? I'm sure you'll get your just desserts. Oh, well, wait. What about the insurance money? Mark received a large sum of insurance money, but the beneficiary should have been me. That money's all mine, right? Woohoo! Jackpot! Phew! That was a close one. For a second there, I thought I was a goner. Actually, I have some more bad news for you. Are you freaking kidding me? What is it this time? It looks like Mark also changed the beneficiary for the insurance money from you to my husband. You won't receive even a single penny. Ugh! That crusty old geezer! He really pulled out all the stops to plan all this. I wonder just how far that bastard went. Does he really hate me that much? I barely did anything to him. You hurt him deeply, physically and emotionally. You're only getting what you deserve and nothing less. He's giving you a taste of your own medicine, even though he was a bit meek. He really was a man of action rather than words. Action, my butt! I knew I couldn't trust that conniving old fossil. He put in all this effort just to get his revenge on me. What a petty, senile old man. If you just think about it a little, you'd understand. He did it because you'd keep the house for yourself and leave us to fend for ourselves. How twisted. I guess it's impossible for even Mark to love you. So then, was all of this your big plan to get rid of me? Huh? Or was Mark the mastermind all along? No matter what I say, you're just going to believe whatever you want to believe. That won't stop me from kicking you out, though. I hope you already started packing your bags. It seems like the house will be more spacious. Oh, it'll be nice and cozy. Maybe I'll rearrange the furniture. No way. You're crazy if you think I'm ever gonna leave. If that's the case, let's start with tossing your personal belongings outside. Isn't that what you planned on doing to me? You're bluffing. You stupid bitch. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't get it twisted. You're the damned woman, so get the hell out of my house. After that, Alice's removal as a beneficiary proceeded without a hitch. She was stripped of her rights as a beneficiary, and then we kicked her out of the house, just like Mark would have wanted. After we kicked her out, my husband burned some sage to cleanse the house. Hopefully that'll get rid of all the negative energy she left behind. Since it was his mom, Derek said he still felt pretty uncomfortable about the whole situation with Alice. I'm sure it's difficult having to see your own mom self-destruct like that. When I think about Mark's final years, I understand his feelings a bit better. It was probably a sad and lonely existence, living with someone like Alice, who was a slave to her addiction to slots. No matter how hard he must have tried to help her, it's difficult to save someone who doesn't want to be saved. It's hard to feel compassion for someone like her. You know what they say, you reap what you sow. The other day, I held Mark's picture in my hands and told him that his wish finally came true. When I did that, the rain started pouring down in response. When he saw what had happened, Derek said that his dad is probably crying up in heaven. I guess we'll never know whether they were tears of sadness or tears of relief. He suffered so much while he was alive. I hope that at the very least, he can rest in peace now.
Hi, Nicole. It seems Scarlett's parents are good people, even if she isn't. They were, however, against paying for the wedding, but they didn't make Brad pay for it. Scarlett's parents were so disgusted with her behavior that they forced her to pay for the entire wedding herself and to reimburse them for the portion they'd already paid for. They told her that if she didn't, they were going to disown her and write her out of their will. I don't know exactly what happened to Scarlett after that, but Brad told me he never received a single bill for anything to do with the wedding. So I guess Scarlett's parents forced her to go into major debt to pay it all off herself. Or they disowned her and wrote her out of their will. Either way, I'm happy with the outcome. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button. See you next time!